Michael Kornick, chef owner of MK Restaurant, and over the last 15 years since we founded MK, I've also had a chance to do some other fun things in Chicago. I own DMK Burger Bar with David Morton, and we also own Fish Bar on Ada Street on North Elston. I started cooking at home with my mother and my grandmother when I was 7 or 8 years old. And by the time I was about 11 or 12, I really thought I wanted to be a chef. And I started working as a busboy and prep cook in a little restaurant called Wildberry in Highland Park. You know, from there, I worked for Arnie Morton. I ended up working at Nick's Fish Market and went directly from that to Culinary Institute of America in 1980. I found this location. It was close enough to where the hotels were that I thought I would be able to draw my audience. It was smaller, it was more intimate, I could do more upscale, I could really do something that was unique in the city at the time. Everything on the tables here is very fine dining. We take food, beverage very seriously. We want the service to be very appropriate, but a very relaxed, casual ambiance. The kind of rule of thumb at the beginning of the business was the only bone that would ever hit a plate would be a chicken bone. That started the creative process saying, how contemporary American can the food look based on these sort of French values that I've always had in my cooking? Whether or not people were going to come, I was scared at first. I knew it was a big restaurant to fill, and we needed to make sure that everybody who came in left going, wow, can't wait to come back. If you look at sort of the DNA of DMK restaurants, small spaces, in neighborhoods, longevity. It feels more connected for us to locals than tourism. It feels more connected to longevity than trend setting. Fish Bar is a spectacularly successful restaurant, 36 seats indoors. And Burger Bar, I think, by most standards, is on the high quality side of the burger bars in town. I think the key to our success is that we had a long vision at the beginning that we've kept through. I think that restaurants have gotten away from letting guests take ownership of the experience. And today, popular restaurants often dictate the experience. Our model is different. Whatever you'd like to have, we're happy to serve it however you'd like. I was a working chef for 17 years. Took my first chef's job in 1985, and in 2002, I stepped away from the stoves on a full-time basis to manage the other things that were going on in my life. And I really wanted to spend more time with my kids at night and weekends. And now I'm in the kitchen as often as I have to be to work on new menus, to work on menu development, to work on training with my chefs. You know, I think today my role is mentorship and development, both for front of the house managers and back of the house managers, chefs, sous chefs, pastry chefs. There's lots of people who've trained with me or worked with me over the last 25 years who are running restaurants or out running kitchens and things here in Chicago and around the country that I've been really proud to work with and see their development.